I'm going to show you guys how to put this poly end table kit together. This is the sand colored version. What you get when you open up the boxes is what you see in front of me here. You have 2 pieces that make up the top brace, 4 pieces that make up a bottom brace, the legs, there's 4 of them here, and then your top boards, and then of course the hardware packet. Now when you get this, you are going to want to more than likely break the edges on your top boards. So we have everything cut, but we didn't do a round over on the edges, so they're a little bit sharp. And what we do is run a 1/8 inch round over across all of the edges. You could go more or less, whatever you want to do. I'm going to start with that. I just have a little trim router with an 1/8 inch bit here, and I'm just going to run it around, break those edges. All right, so these boards are done. Got a nice radius on the edges here. And you, again, can do this however you want. I like 1/8 inch round over. Some people might even put this together and not do any round over. And that's fine. The edges are a little bit, they're a little sharp if you just put it together like that. And that's why we like to break the edges. But that's the first step. And then the next step would be assembling the base of the legs. So with these legs, you have a slot at the top on all of them, and then you have a recess here and a recess here. Now technically there's a right and a left, because when you're assembling these, you're going to want the top slot to face toward the other top slot like this. So something like that. And with this, once you have your posts kind of lined up how you want to put them together, you're going to drop this into the one recess. And on the other side of it, there's going to be a hole we're going to run a screw through. So let me open this hardware packet up. And these are stainless steel screws, so they're not going to rust or anything like that outside. I like to start these screws just so I'm not fighting it. So again, just going to slide that into the recess, hold it in place. And I like to get the screws just below the surface, like that. So we're going to put it in the other recess. Oh, we'll first start the screw on this one. Then we're going to drop it in. So there's one down, and we'll put the other one together. Because everything's pre-drilled, it goes together super fast. And if you've never worked with poly before, it is super easy. It's fairly soft, so it's going to go together nice. All right, so now that we have the base assembled, we're going to line up the top, and I like to push everything together. You could leave a gap here if you like, I prefer them all pushed together, and you can see it makes a nice curve. I'm going to flip this top over, and actually we're going to put these on first. So these top braces are going to slide in this recess, but we're first going to mount it to the top actually. So it's going to go, we're going to put them on here and position the base, screw it to the top, and then we attach the top to the base. So just for lining it up, we're going to put this together. And this is approximately, you can position it however you want, but it's approximately an inch from the edge. So that's where I put them. So an inch from this edge, and something like 1.25 inches or 1 1/8 inches from the other edge. And that looks pretty close to center to me. And now we're going to run these screws down through. And I just do one. So there's 2 screws per board. I'm just going to do one until we can take the base off. And I'll show you why. It just, in the corners here, it's a little bit tight if you're using an impact to get into the corner holes. So we're going to just do one per. All right, now that we have the 2 top supports on, we're going to pop the base off and just do the edge holes. All right, now we're going to slide this back on. And now we're going to run our last screws in on the corners. All right, that's the end table all put together. It's pretty simple. When you've done a few of them, you can start putting them together in 20 minutes or less. There's really not much to them. Everything's pre-cut, pre-drilled. The only measuring you have to do is to line the top up, which really is not much measuring at all. And it fits together really nice.